she announced. I'm sharing a room with my ex for work. The ring cam caught her rolling a suitcase, not a laptop bag. A hotel welcome email hit our inbox, 2 keys, a couple's rate. Her friend posted a rooftop boomerang, his hand in frame. I opened a folder. I saved the time. I 29, male, work the line at a small restaurant in Raleigh, North Carolina. I rent a 1-bedroom near 5 Points. Her name is Tessa. We met at a food truck festival. We started slow. Groceries, Netflix walks. My best friend is Jake. My sister is Nora. That is my circle. Tessa said a brand event needed her. She does social for a fitness startup. She said budget was tight, rooms were shared, no big deal. She said I should be mature. She said, I'm sharing a room with Brandon. It is the only slot left. Brandon is her ex. My chest went warm then cold. I said, no. She said, relax. It is work. Then she kissed me and grabbed a hoodie. That night, the ring camera caught her rolling a suitcase past my door. Not a laptop bag, not a tote. A suitcase. She waved to the camera like it was a friend. She pulled the handle up, looked at her nails and left. Our shared inbox pinged. We keep one for receipts. A hotel welcome email hit. It said, 2 keys ready. Enjoy your couple's rate perks. I stared at the line. I saved the email as a PDF. I took a screenshot. I wrote the time in my notes. 10 minutes later, a story popped up from her friend. Rooftop boomerang. 2 glasses. Flash of a hand with a scar at the thumb. I had rolled my eyes at that scar when Brandon posted gym selfies. It was the same scar. I saved the clip before it vanished. I did not call. I opened a folder on my laptop and named it Work Trip. I slid the ring clip, the hotel email and the rooftop boomerang inside. I wrote a simple timeline. Short lines. Clean times. Update 1. I worked brunch the next morning. The kitchen was loud. My head was louder. I texted Jake on a break. He replied with 2 words. Write everything. He is not fancy. He is right. I called the hotel desk and asked a basic question. Does a couple's rate mean 2 keys by default? The clerk said couple's rates bundle 2 keys and late checkout. He said no names on the phone. He said I could ask the guest to add me if I needed details. I thanked him and wrote his name down. Nora called me between patients. She is a dental hygienist. She asked if I was okay. I told her the facts, not the feeling. Ring clip, hotel email, rooftop hand. She said, you are not crazy. I put that line in my notes. It steadied me. At noon, our shared inbox pinged again. A travel policy email from Tessa's company hit. It was general. It went to staff and to listed emergency contacts. It said do not share rooms with non-employees. It said no ex-partners on company events. It listed a phone number if there was any confusion. I saved it. I wrote the time. I heard knives hitting boards in the kitchen and felt like I was underwater. I called the property office at my building and asked to put a notice on my unit. No key released to anyone but me. They added the note. The manager said to call if anyone tried to pull a key out. He sees messes. He did not need the story. At 3. Jake sent me a screenshot. He had been added to a group chat months ago for a surprise party. They kept adding phones and forgot who was there. He never speaks in it. He said he would leave it now. He wanted me to see. The screenshot showed Tessa's friend texting, hotel couples rate hack works. Then a photo of a gift bag on a bed and a tag with 2 names. Tessa. Brandon. I saved it. I breathed out and tasted copper. Tessa texted me at 5. Long day. Brand dinner. We'll sleep early. I stared at the phone. I wrote her words in the timeline. I did not argue by text. I asked to meet when she got back. I wrote, phones on the table. We scroll together. She replied, that is controlling. I put my phone down like it was hot. I finished my shift. I went home and sat on the floor. I watched the ring cam clip again. I closed it and stared at the blank wall. I slept 3 hours. Morning brought a bank alert. Our joint card got charged for a hotel spa. I screenshotted it. I opened the app and locked the card. I wrote the time. I made eggs with butter and salt and forced myself to eat. At noon I called the hotel again and asked if a room folio could be printed for the card holder. The clerk said if the card is on file, they can print a folio with last 4 digits and line items. I drove over. I stood at the counter and asked for the folio for the last night. The clerk printed it and circled the last 4 of my card on the page. Room service for 2. Spa for 2. Late checkout. I paid for parking and sat in my car and shook. I texted Tessa and said, we talk at my place tomorrow. Bring your phone. We scroll together. She wrote, fine. Update 2. She walked in wearing a hotel robe and her tote. That detail stuck in my head like a nail. She set her phone face down. She hugged me. I did not hug back long. We sat at the table. I put the folio down. I put the hotel welcome email down. I set my phone with the rooftop boomerang on the table. I played the ring clip once. I asked one question. What is this? She tried 3 lanes. First she smiled. Couples rate is a code. Everyone uses it. Second she shrugged. Brandon is safe. We dated in college. He is basically family. Third she frowned. You always blow things up. I asked to see her messages with Brandon for the last month. I said we would scroll together. I said I would not read anything else. She said no. She said privacy. She said trust means not checking. She said I should be proud of her for landing a brand contract in a tight market. I pointed at the folio and the card digits. I said I did not approve those charges. She said she would pay me back when the brand cut her check. I asked for a date. She said next week. I said we would write that down. I pulled out a notebook. I wrote a simple line. Tessa will pay back the spy and late checkout by Friday. I slid the pen over. She did not sign. She said a note like that was insulting. She said I was turning love into paperwork. I said we needed a floor. I told her I needed space. I said I would stay at Jake's for a week. I said do not move my documents. I said stop using the joint card for personal stuff. She laughed and said I was dramatic. She called me small. She left without the robe. I packed a bag. I grabbed my passport and my birth certificate and my social card. I put them in a small lockbox. I put the box in the back of my closet. I texted Jake and asked if his couch was open. He said yes. I drove over. He handed me a blanket and turned on a dumb show. The next morning I met a lawyer for a quick consult. Miss Howell? A friend had used her for a lease fight. I told her I did not want to sue anyone. I wanted a letter. It would say this. Stop using the joint card for personal spend. Return my spare key. Meet to collect belongings with a neutral person if we split. Do not post about me. Keep vendor contacts clean. She wrote it in an hour. I read it twice. Calm words, clean lines. She sent it by email and certified mail. Tessa posted a black screen story. Some men hate supportive women. Ms. Howell emailed her and asked her to stop. The story came down. My chest stopped buzzing. Nora came by Jake's with takeout. She listened. She did not judge. She told me to drink water. She told me to keep it boring. Boring is safe. That night our building office emailed me. Someone had tried to pick up a spare key to my unit. The note said the man gave the right address and said he was helping my girlfriend grab a bag. He left when asked for ID. The office logged it. The note said he had a small scar at the thumb. Brandon. I printed the email and put it in the work trip folder. Update 3. Tessa asked to meet again. I chose a cafe with big windows. Daylight makes lies smaller. She got there early and looked tired. She started first. I was wrong to spring the room on you. I should have told you sooner. Nothing happened that matters. She said that last line slow. I did not argue. I asked to see her messages again. She said she deleted them to avoid fights. She said we should reset. She reached for my hand. I pulled mine back and put it on the table. I told her I was ending it. I said I would not yell. I said we would split what we bought together. I said I would not fight over a couch. I asked for my tools, my records box, and the bookshelf I built. She stared at me like a stranger. She said I would regret it when she blew up online. I said I wished her success. She came to pick up her things 2 days later. Jake sat with me. The property manager stood at the door. I had 3 bins, closet, bath, desk. She took her plants and a stack of notebooks. She left 2 mugs she once loved. She did not look back. She used the joint card once more that afternoon. A ride share from the hotel to a rooftop bar. The charge slipped through before my lock held. I called the bank and disputed it as an unauthorized personal charge after a notice. They logged it. Mess. Howell added it to a small, claims filing with the spa bill and late checkout. Small money. Clean line. Court was quick. The judge asked if I had given notice to stop using the joint card for personal spend. I showed the letter and the read receipt. He asked if I had approved the spy and late checkout and ride. I said no. He ordered a refund and the filing fee. No speeches. 1 stamp. Brandon texted from a new number. You never matched her grind. I blocked it. I did not save it. The folder was heavy enough. The hotel sent a survey to the shared inbox. It said, "Thank you for your couple's stay." It listed a coded bundle. Strawberries, 2 flutes, a late checkout. I stared at it until the words went flat. I saved it. Then I archived the inbox. 2 weeks later, Tessa's company sent a travel update. It added a new rule. No ex-partners at events. No personal stays padded into brand trips. It was a general email. It landed like a small bell. I saved it for the record. I did not forward it. Tessa messaged me. I miss you. We made a good team. I typed a paragraph. I deleted it. I wrote, be well. She replied with a single dot. I put the phone face down and went for a walk. Nora and I met at a thrift store and bought a cheap lamp. We carried it to my place and put it by the couch. Light hit the wall in a soft shape. It felt like a new room. Jake and I started playing pickup soccer on Sundays. We run slow. We still show up. Sweat clears thoughts. I moved the ring cam to catch a wider angle. I changed the passcode on my door. I kept the robe in a bag until a charity pickup day. It felt good to watch it leave. Final update. Time made space. I slept through the night. I cooked at home. I took long walks down Glenwood and turned into small streets for quiet. Miss Howell closed the file with one line. You kept steady. I paid her bill. I put the receipt in the folder. Then I put the folder in a drawer. It does not live on my table anymore. I set rules for myself. If a partner says they will share a room with an ex for work, I say no. If a hotel email says couples rate and 2 keys, I believe the email. If a friend posts a boomerang with his hand in frame, I believe the frame. If my chest goes hot then cold, I write the time. I do not argue through text. I ask once, with proof on the table. If the answer bends the facts, I stop. I do not make speeches. I make moves in daylight. I do not hate Tessa. I miss slow nights when we split fries and talked about dumb shows. I do not miss the fog in my head when a brand trip meant a robe in a tote and my card on a spa bill. I choose clear air. Nora brings her kids by, and we make pancakes on Saturdays. I take a photo of each visit and tape it on the fridge. The wall looks like a small parade of moments. It steadies me. Jake still drops by after his shift and eats leftovers with me. We laugh at nothing. He asks how I slept and waits for a real answer. He is that kind of friend. Sometimes I pass the hotel on my way to work. I do not look up at the rooftop. I watch traffic lights change and bikes cut through the lane. The city keeps moving. I move with it. If you are listening and you feel a knot in your stomach because words do not match screens, hear me. Save the email. Save the clip. Write the time. Ask one clear question. If truth is there, it will sit in the open. If it is not, do not twist your head to make it fit. Draw a line. Keep your voice low. If you need a letter, get one. If you need to file a small claim, file it. You are not petty when you protect your peace. You are not cruel when you end a lie. I water a plant that leans toward the light. I mop my floor on Fridays. I stack my knives sharp and clean. I sleep. I wake. I work a line that is hot and honest. I walk home and sit by the new lamp and let my shoulders drop. One day I will sit across from someone who puts her phone on the table without a speech. I will do the same. We will make small plans. We will keep them. We will split costs with clear notes. We will choose each other when no one is looking. For now I keep my door locked, my folder in a drawer, and my peace in plain view. I earned it. I plan to keep it.